There's more Diamondback baseball as the Arizona Diamondbacks have opened up a 56-31 season to take a half-game lead over the Dodgers. This is the first time all year that the Arizona Diamondbacks have held the lead in this division. So let's get into the swing of things. Quick note before this episode starts: the first-year player draft for 2015 did pass, and the picks will be showcased at the end of this episode following all the post-game and box score things that are normally at the end of the episode, where you can see me go through the whole draft, select different players. I feel like we had a deep draft class this year, I believe, if it's the way I remember it. I didn't check it, just to make sure the clip was all right. So as you can see, this is the lineup for the Rockies. Drew Stubbs hitting over 300, highest average in that lineup, surprisingly enough, hitting over 300. And here we got Michael Bolsinger. Michael Bolsinger is back in the MLB after Delgado tore his hamstring and was placed on the 15-day DL, or the 60-day DL, excuse me. So Bolsinger will take his spot in the rotation for the time being. And to start out the game, he is going to get a ground out from Stubbs, I believe. No, it might have been Josh Rutledge. I believe it was Josh Rutledge, actually. Here's Kirk Gibson's lineup. Most people are hitting 270 or above, or around that, besides Rendon, who's down at 257. But both our 3 and 4 hitters, Goldschmidt and Myers, are around 270. Myers not so hot lately, but we're hoping he can have a little bit of a turnaround in the season. John Gray, rookie, third overall pick this year, or last year in real life. Appel, Chris Bryant was second, okay. So the third overall pick, finally finding his path to the MLB. J.B. Shuck gets caught stealing right there by Willeen Rosario behind the plate. I don't know what the hell happened there. My left trigger's been broken on this, or not broken, but it doesn't function properly on this controller. So sometimes you're going to see weird steals like that. I did not want to steal, but he stole anyway. There I did want to steal with Desmond Jennings, and it's a high throw off the plate. It wouldn't have gotten regardless, but Desmond Jennings goes into second. Paul Goldschmidt here, 3-1 count. What can Goldie do? He's going to draw a walk, and the runner's going to advance to third on this wild pitch. Now, if he had started running before, he probably could have gone home, but he's going to be at third. Trumbo is going to make them pay for that error, because now Jennings is going to score easily. He would have been held up at third had he not been able to advance on the wild pitch. And then a 3-0 count. We're swinging on 3-0. Well, apparently we are. Will Myers gets on, and then the right fielder, Drew Stubbs, bobbles the ball, and then he throws home. Everyone's safe at second and third, and the run scores. So it's 2-0 in the first inning already. And then Miguel Montero is going to add to that. It was a pitch out of the zone, but he finds a way to hit it. Rutledge can't field. So that's 3-0 now in the first inning. And then Chris Owings, he's going to join the party. He's going to get that past Rutledge, and that's going to score another run. So 4 first-inning runs for the Diamondbacks before Anthony Rendon strikes out on a low slider. I have problems with that pitch all the time in this game. I don't know why. No matter who throws it. If you throw a slider, you will probably strike me out. Bolsinger is our next batter. We went through the whole order in the first inning. He lines out. Hit pretty hard, though, surprising for a pitcher. Anyway, Justin Morneau takes this one for a ride out to deep right field, but Will Myers will settle under that, and it's a fly out. So they can't get a runner on there. And then an 0-2 count here. Nolan Arenado is actually going to make contact with this ball, and he takes it pretty deep, but with the dimensions of Chase Field, not going to do anything. Myers is going to be able to catch that. J.B. Shuck, 0-2 count, is going to strike out. He supposedly went around, or the ball was just in the strike zone. Desmond Jennings already drew a walk. He draws another on the slider. Not ironic, I was just saying you can strike me out. But I read that one very clearly. And then Jennings accidentally leaves the first base early, but he's safe at second on this really errant throw by Justin Morneau. And if he hadn't had to slide into second, he probably even could have taken third. That was just a bad error by them. Their uniforms don't match. I did not even pick those. But here, Goldie takes this for a ride to deep right center, and that is out of here. A 2-run blast for Paul Goldschmidt. Having a rough couple years in Arizona ever since his MVP, well, should have been MVP season. Didn't win the MVP, but he had the better statistics, I think. And this year he's on track for for his first MVP, I guess it would be. But well, that type of season anyway. I probably won't get it because Arizona's not a good team in real life, even though they made the playoffs in the first year of this franchise. Two very different teams. Might make a commentary about that. Anyway, Chris Owings strikes out another fucking slider. Anyway, we do tack on 2 in that inning. Bolsinger is going to actually give up a hit right here, trying to strike him out, so he was throwing a strike in the strike zone. 0-0 count immediately. Well, not the next pitch, but after another batter would fly out, they would actually fly out. And if that stupid gate type thing to the bullpen hadn't been there, that would have been a home run. Desmond Jennings drew 2 walks, and he's going to strike out on a slider. Figures. It's a slider. He's going to strike out. That was Wilton Lopez. John Gray did get lifted after, I believe, the 3rd. They pinch hit for him. Nothing came of it. Paul Goldschmidt continues his fine day. He's 2 for 2, and now is a walk. Trumbo is going to lash this to the 3rd baseman, who's going to flip to Rutledge at 2nd. So here is Chris Owings at bat again later, and he is going to take this one out to deep left, and that is going to be misplayed by the left fielder. And that's actually Carlos Gonzalez was hurt. I don't know who was playing left field. And then Chris Owings can't get back into 2nd in time. I don't know why he was going for 3rd to begin with. But he gets tagged out, so nothing comes of that. Bolsinger is going to... Bolsinger, by the way, before that hit by Josh Rutledge, was pitching a no-hitter. But, oh well. No no-hitter today. Gives up a double right here. And then I believe this is Rutledge again, speak of the devil, and this ball is going to get down in left center, and that's going to score a run. So Bolsinger, after having only given up 1 hit before the inning, he's given up 2 consecutive doubles, and a run has scored with 2 outs in the 6th. 2-1 count now for Justin Morneau, I believe. Goldschmidt is going to run this one back to the bag himself. He steps on first, and that's an out. Here's your 6-inning recap. Josh Rutledge, 2 for 3 with a double and an RBI. And Goldschmidt's actually 1 for 1, with 2 walks and 2 runs scored and a home run as well. Bolsinger 3 hits and 2 K, even though one of those hits was in the last inning, and has an earned run. So Bolsinger, strikeout number 1, out number 1 of the top of the 7th. Here, a next batter, strikeout number 2. As you notice, those were both 3-pitch strikeouts. Can he get the immaculate inning? No, this is going to be hit. But he came so close. Only has to throw 9 pitches that inning, which is really, really efficient, but doesn't get the immaculate inning. Then he walks the next batter to start out the 8th. So, not so hot after having a really good game up to this point. 1-2 count, and that is going to be softly hit and thrown onto first. I don't know what the hell that animation was with Miguel Montero, why he stopped like that. But anyway, Charlie Blackmon's going to come on here with a 2-0 count in the 8th to pinch hit, and he is going to do his job off the bench. This is going to score a run. Desmond Jennings' throw, if it had been thrown a little bit earlier, could have possibly been in time, but wasn't, because it was not thrown earlier. It was thrown at the time it was. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about anymore. Bringing K-Rod to try and salvage the situation. He's got an 0-2 count and gives up another hit. This is going to be a double in the gap and score 2 runs. I swear, everyone else hits into the gap. I never freaking figure it out. This is actually going to be thrown home and turned into a triple. Probably not the best of ideas, but I was trying to see if it cut down the 2nd run. No outs regardless, so it doesn't really matter. 1-2 count. K-Rod is going to hold the runner at 2nd with that one. Soft dribbler. Miguel Montero doesn't even pursue that. What was that? K-Rod had to throw it over himself. 3-2 count. Going to be down the left field line. Well, not down the left field line, but Trumbo was playing in the shift, and he's not a really smart fielder to begin with, so he definitely is not going to be able to play that one. Anyway, runner gets over to 2nd, and then we're going to walk Willen Rosario, not intentionally at all. It was only 4 pitches. 1-1 count for Justin Morneau. Is going to fly this one into left. An interesting decision by the man on 2nd here, not to tag up. He does represent the tying run, so I would have tagged up in that situation. But anyway, K-Rod gets the next batter to ground out, to Rendon, who throws it over to Goldschmidt. Almost throws it over his head, but luckily Goldschmidt's tall enough to handle that. Top of the 8th, can we get a insurance run, or bottom of the 8th, rather? No, we cannot, so that's not going to matter. Anyway, Addison Reed comes on for the save, the NL leader in saves last season. He's looking to do that again this year, as the Diamondbacks are the best team in the National League. They are playing a lot of close games. Their pitching's really carrying them down the stretch this year. We'll see all those stats and stuff possibly. Anyway, they got one out, and then Rendon, great defensive play right there to get over to that. That was probably going to roll right past him if he didn't move as quick as he did, showing some range. Michael McHenry comes on to pinch hit. Last chance for the Rockies, and we only have to throw one pitch because he is going to pop out. Made that sound so suspenseful, like he was going to hit a home run or something. But he pops right out on the first pitch swinging, and Bolsinger holds on. He did give up, I believe, 3 earned runs. So it's still a nice outing for him, even though he really was a lot more dominant early on. Anyway, that's going to do it. Stay tuned at the end for draft picks. I didn't even talk about the throwback uniforms. I didn't pick these. I just I went through the menus really fast, and that's just what they happen to wear. And the Rockies uniforms aren't matching either, so it's really strange. Anyway, next episode I believe is either All-Star break or another. It's a gameplay on the road against the. I don't know who my gameplays are against anymore. Lost track. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up. John Gray actually only went 1 2/3 and walked 3 people. So that's going to do it. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.